Hi, Brett. Rob Tyszkowski here. I'm just pretty eventful 24 hours for you. You look around a little bit and see what was out there. What eventually caused you to circle back and come
Recording in progress.
Go ahead.
Yeah, it was, last few weeks, even there's been a lot of thought into it, what we want to do. And in the last 24 hours, it just kind of came down to, asking a couple friends who within the last few years or whatever have been through free agency and just getting some advice from them. And it kind of just came down to, might only get one chance to hit the market in my career. You never know. And just the situation I was in, it was kind of like, let's see how it is, see what happens and see what today brought. And then, at the end of the day, there were some things on the table, but just the balance of the things I was hoping to get in my next contract as far as, opportunity and a good team and a dollar value is the balance of those things. Edmonton was the no-brainer for my wife and I to settle there. And it obviously it's a special feeling and they always had that pull right from the get-go being the hometown team and just my experience I had there to finish up the season was so positive. So it's exciting to be re-signed.
So Holland's been pretty busy the last day here. He's got you a goalie. Evander Kane came back. Just what's the excitement level of seeing where this team is positioned heading into next season?
Yeah, it's at an all-time high. I think coming into the year, we know the expectation, we know the standard, we know where we got this year, and it's nice when you bring back familiar guys like him getting Kaner back in the mix. There is awesome. He brought a lot of experience to our team last year, and when you don't have to bring in too many different pieces, it gives you a little bit of a head start from the start of the season.
Hi, Brett. Daniel Nugent-Bowman from The Athletic. I just wonder about, you said opportunity there that you were looking for in free agency. And Ken Holland said you might get an opportunity to play on the second pair or move up in the lineup. I know you had a little bit of moving up last year, but what did that kind of factor into your decision and maybe even, Duncan Keith retiring and creating a bit of a hole for you too?
Yeah, at this point in my career, 28, I feel like I'm just kind of entering the prime of my career, and physically and mentally, I feel like I'm really coming into my game here. And at this point, I want that opportunity to try to play a big role on a team, and that's when you're having the most fun. Is when you're playing good minutes, night in, night out, and you're really contributing to team success. And so that was a big priority for me to seek out here in free agency.
You mentioned in the second round playoff series how you have a lot of family members that are fans of the Southern team in the province. Do you think now that you're an Oiler for the long term, you might be able to convert some of them to switching their allegiances?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know if right away, but definitely over the years, I think so. And then, we have big expectations, I think, in the Oilers here to make some deep playoff runs, and that always brings some new fans on board when you're doing that stuff. So I think eventually we'll get them all on board.
Sorry, Brett, it's Gene Principe with Sportsnet. You came over, and it's a nice story. You're a local guy, but it sometimes can be difficult transitioning to the new team. But from what we've heard from you and what we've heard from your teammates and I guess your boss, Ken Holland, and Coach Jay Woodcroft, sound like it went really well. Did that kind of add to the fact that if you could fit so well over the course of a few months, how might this be for you over the course of a few years?
Yeah, exactly. The way that the guys brought me into the locker room and like you talk about Woody and Ken, like they were awesome and they made the transition easy for me. And so like you say, that's always a good feeling too when I'm coming to training camp and I know already the system we want in place and what we want to do and the game style we want to bring and to know all the guys, get to know them over the last few months was awesome. And after, they heard me that I re-signed with the team, I got lots of nice texts from the guys and everyone's excited to have me back. So that's always a good feeling too.
Okay, thanks, Brett. I think that concludes everything. I appreciate your time.
Sweet. Thanks.
Thank you.